Now we build the rest of the bow. Yours should come out looking like this. Good luck. We're all counting on you. I'm going to give you one key measurement from the shipyard drawing that you'd normally have to guesstimate. The distance from the absolute bottom of the boat to the top surface of the spar deck. That distance is 1 1/2 inches at the stem. Now we'll make our collision bulkhead. As always, there is no digital measuring. Simply place a piece of your 3/32 stock against the two beam ends, like this, and make a mark. Note that we're cutting with the grain. The height of the bulkhead should be 3/32 lower than the beam ends, so that when you place the upper bow piece, it will be flush. You can ensure that by simply using a scrap piece of 3/32 stock to get the correct spacing. I personally like to build all of mine with two bulkheads, thus making a little cargo hold. That allows me to place some weights in the hold to give the boat a loaded look when I want. Next, we'll make the bow section of the spar deck. Take the bow upper template that you made earlier. Place it on a piece of your 3/32 stock and trace around it. Then cut the piece out. Now we'll need to cut a piece of 3/32 scrap that is 1 1/2 inches going with the grain and about the same length going against the grain. This will be our internal stem post. Once you have that piece, trim it down against the grain by 3/32 of an inch, or enough to compensate for whatever deadwood you have stacked at the bow's bilge turn. You'll need to angle the piece with a weird cut like this, leaving just enough at the upper end to apply a glue to it. Note that we only trimmed the lower deadwood and not the actual thickness of the upper deck. We'll use that little extra for additional bow rake. Glue the stem post as shown here. Next, we're going to make the Texas deck. I've made a template from the plans from the shipyard, but for the rest of you out there who simply don't have the plans, trace a new template from your upper bow template and draw a line across it that is about 1 1/2 inches back from the point of the stem. Cut it into two sections. Cut a strip from your balsa scrap that is 3/8 of an inch wide and 1 1/2 times as long as the aft face of your template. To serve as shown here. Sand the aft facing edge as seen here. This is how it will stack. Don't glue it yet. Normally, I do not pre-paint pieces, but here it can save you a lot of aggravation. Time to test fit. Here we see the stem post and the cargo hold. And here is how the bow section of the spar deck fits. And the Texas deck. Notice here that I need a shelf for the remaining spar deck to seat. A simple piece of scrap wood will serve well. And now our ultra high-tech alignment tool. Now it's time to glue and pin. Notice that this gives the bow piece a tiny bit of curve. Cool. On goes the Texas deck. We use our high-tech alignment tool and glue the deck in place. Thus, it is stacked. In the next video, we'll do the bow plating. Be ready to twist, glue, and pin.